Alright, so today Rising Tide DLC FF16. You know what I mean. I think it's 16, I can't read numbers. I sound like the fakest Final Fantasy fan, but I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I even got Final Fantasy tattoos. These numbers, these Roman numerals confuse me. You think they wouldn't, since my last name is a number that is written in Roman numerals. So I had to deal with it my whole life. But that's what dumbass me. Anyways, to the table. Let's see what we got here. We got the side quest. Sid. I should not waste time missing words. Leviathan's domain is in need of rescue, despite innumerable misgivings about joining hands with the outlaw of the highest desperate. The dame has assumed me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for this fear this massive could fall into the wrong hands, but if what little I have peened here has kindled your interest, I abide you journey to the Vale and Northreach and inquire with one Layla. Surely see you satisfied. I feel like I cannot read, but these words are medieval, where nobody talks like this in freaking modern day. And that's the reason why there ain't no niggas
Find
in
them
the
at
game,
last.
according to the people who made it.
But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
No,
My girl Jill.
I'm not sure you believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really dark in my room, and I don't like turning on the lights. I need a
I
light
see
camera
we're all
ring
here.
light.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The
I'm gonna
letter
try to
delivered
beat
to my
this game,
chambers
or most
omitted
of
a
this
few
game
crucial
today.
details.
At least
Do we know
put
its
8 hours
contents?
and beat the rest tomorrow.
That was one of the details it omitted.
That's the plan. I might be tired after work
But
though. I
whatever the
go working
sending was,
for.
it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame. Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement.
The dime.
If the letter is to be believed,
Oh, I remember the dame. She was the prostitute
Leviathan's dominant is in danger.
leader,
Someone wants us to
boss
save him.
prostitute.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned.
The
What has it
warden of
been?
water.
100 years?
More. The lost moniker dates back at least that
So
long.
is it a fake
Even our
Eldian?
venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
I'm fighting a giant
Why the
snake.
gang?
Water. I hate water.
I
I'm
know it
scared of
can be a
water.
few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
So they didn't have a dominant
If
in the
one has
area?
awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time.
I thought Ultima
Every
had
nation in the realm has
absorbed all
lost
the
its dominant.
dominants.
If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing
Man,
to
this
claim it
story's
for their
confusing
own.
me, man. Sometimes I feel like these
Then the twins will
DLCs.
be at war again.
I
Just
just
when
gotta
humanity most
shut up
needs
and
to
just
come together.
watch the story.
Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person.
See, that's why I'm confused.
The
Like,
Vale can arrange a meeting.
I thought Ultima absorbed all the
If nothing
freaking
else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Jinchuriki. Naruto reference.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
I get to spend more time with Jill and Jacob in these DLCs
Nadoto,
because you don't
Yeah, yeah.
towards the end of the game.
I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
thank you.
Bro, Otto, what are you gonna do,
I
nigga? You
shall
got
leave
no
the Invincible
powers.
in your capable hands.
That nigga Otto ain't got no freaking dominant powers at all. Bro, I love this sword. The quest destined for the rising tide. Blah blah blah. Do 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 do. Blah blah blah. That's the only quest I got. I literally did every freaking side quest and monster hunt in this game. I got a tattoo of a Moogle. Not that one though. My nigga Nectar. I heard you can change your outfit now. I just want to see real quick. What's that looking like? Bro, this purple sword go hard though. You do it here. I don't remember if I did these challenges or not. I definitely did not do them if it involved if it involved getting an achievement. So how you change? Oh dang. But I don't even remember this outfit. Oh, this is the first one you get in the game. You get effed up. Bro, that's Snow White. Nah, that's sexy. I'm just tired of looking at the same outfit. Bro, I love his awakened form. Okay. Sword was. This Omega weapon is the coolest weapon in the world. It's probably the coolest sword I ever seen on any game ever. Oh man, taking up this code, unassuming stills one hand, invokes a strange yet familiar image of friendship and rivalry, love and loss with the notches and longest of black. I believe speaks of hardship and friendship. Bro, I just want to see what this looks like, bro. What's that thing? Bro, this is crazy. I got the Buster Blade on my black. I think I'm Zack. I think I'm Cloud. Bro, that's crazy. They got the Buster Blade on this game. Bro, what? That's insane. I'm Buster Blading it up. I can't believe they actually, like, added that. With FF7 coming out, like, around the same time as DLC. That Bustosaurus does not fit this game's design, though. I'll tell you that. And I see I got the onion sword too. Where's the onion sword? That's another meme. Oh, we got the onion sword. Bro, that's crazy. The onion sword. Is this game glitching, or is that just how the sword's moving? I think the sword broke the game. Unless it's been canonly canonical. Right, this sword goes hard. Hey, comment below what's y'all favorite sword. You know, it's like Bob references basically in here. Masamune is a famous sword in real life. So is Excalibur. We got the Rune Blade. That's classic. Wrist looks the best, isn't it? Okay, stop fooling around. Oh, it's freaking fast travel, dude. Go talk to my lady. Talk to my girl. Talk to the little whore. Where's my little whore? To the veil it is. Bro, this outfit has no swagger. No.
Looks like you've got first.
At one hand, this ain't feel like RPG because... Oh no. I'm just gonna shut up.
Behind the veil, my lord.
Oh
I'm
man,
looking for a Layla.
she got a freaking. What, they put a skin modder on her? I thought it said there was no niggas in this game.
So,
Was she Italian?
will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
Bruh, she a freak. Bruh, we prefer
No,
watching.
we're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
Bruh, you can see Joshua's dick print.
What you do with your time is up to you.
Bruh, that's crazy.
The price is still the same.
She gonna charge us like we got some cooter cat. We ain't got nothing. She ain't even got her little
Hear about the letter.
dress tied up. This game makes me so happy. I don't know why.
Sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
I do like that, the
Among other
fire,
things.
the burnt. That's cool.
Look,
My little Snow
I'm just
White.
a messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Oh my gosh, who paid you though?
A location north of town on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay.
I feel like she's just
There you'll
making
find a
stuff up
tent
at this
and
point.
the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
This is a quest, a classic kill the monsters quest. I love you can pet the dog. Got that little ice skin. Got my Wiccan
Does
Thorgal.
anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
What if she realizes the value of the information she's party to?
She is a
And the danger of that
courtesan.
I haven't
She is
seen
very
any of those
courtesan.
big sleep
She's
when they
very
go on things.
smart, on her toes. Now, like, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, I think they just made her look like she got that Donald Trump tan. Because this game got called out for not having no niggas in it. Well, I know there's niggas back in the Middle Ages from Africa, and there's always been slaves. Man, this game takes place in the desert. You telling me there's white Saudi Arabians? People in Saudi Arabia?
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
Search around. I said I'll search this first.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Everybody said this DLC's really good. We're about to find out. Expect the skiff.
A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
Who knows, bro? Probably the person we're looking for. Continue to search. Oh, that dish was here. The fire is still smothered.
Embers are still warm.
Embers are warm. Yep, that's what I was trying to say. Yep, thanks.
So you're Sid.
I got a tight booty. I thought it was a guy at first, to be honest.
I suppose I must be.
My girl got muscular ass. Shoot,
Means
if
you
you
have me at a
one,
disadvantage.
I fire.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
The modes of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated.
Man, I like her earrings. Her weapon looks
Despite
kind
the
of
best
stupid.
efforts of both church
Like, I don't
and
know how that
state,
works
we're
mechanically.
still very much alive.
And then,
Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Kriegers
She got hidden nice
faithful
behind
for
her.
over a century.
They've been
Along with
hiding.
Leviathan's dominant.
So what happens? Like
That
does
wave
does
out
Odin or
there.
Ultimate just kills the
What do you
Leviathan?
know of it?
Cause I don't remember fighting Leviathan
The
or
Surge.
even mentioning it.
Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago.
Mm-hmm.
Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing.
Yep.
Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to...
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place.
Mm-hmm. That'd be
And ours
us.
is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born.
So they're racist.
But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
I don't like her voice actor.
As do we all.
Oh, we can relate.
Very
'Cause
well.
we were slaves, man.
Far-fetched though your tale
Yeah.
may seem,
Feel like she's playing us, man.
something
She
tells me you
knows
speak
that we
in earnest.
Sid fights for slaves.
So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that.
She's gonna show me.
I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay?
So this is the DLC where we get a
People
whole new
await you
map,
there.
not just a
Lead the
cookie
way.
cutter tower. The bay lead the way in the skiff. So she went to town and hired a prostitute to give us a letter. Well, our that Coruscant's boss, because we didn't even talk to her. I'd like to see her again though. She's a cool character. You managed to navigate the close, narrow mountain top pass without plummeting to your death. You be rewarded with a breathtaking view of the blighted wasteland stretching out the Opalifus Bay at the Sea of Grace. So yeah, this is the whole area over here. Got blighted. All this is dead. I know this had life until we stored the mother crystals. So now the whole world's done because they're all getting sucked up in here. And we go fight Ultima. But lost cloak. We cloaking it, boys and girls, ladies and gents. So, got another cutscene.
Alright, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
There's a magical bubble that fooled everybody. Everybody thinks it's just dead out here in this direction.
Less than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Alright, we got God one, makes you sick.
Sky.
The sky changes.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
It's not dead like everybody
You
thought.
do know what a glamour is, don't you?
It's a big ass glamour spell.
Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
It's beautiful and brimming with life. Aha! We're at the logo, the Rising Tide. We got a new map, new side quests, new characters, new race of people, new dominant. Now, of course, we're gonna fight. Cause why? I don't know. We just got a knack for killing them and taking
That
up,
concludes
taking
our
their
little
magic.
voyage. We're here.
Well, hopefully I'll kill him. We just take his powers. Bro, I don't like how this game DLC is redesigned. Cause like he wants to play this game 3 times and it has the same ending. They'll ever make you play this game twice and like same ending. But you gotta play it 3 times, I guess. You want to really experience
It's a
the
long
Leviathan's
slog to the
power
village, and a hard one.
throughout the game.
I
We had new
hope you're up
monsters.
for a climb.
I feel like she got unscratched doing all this shit. She had like it was dangerous, man. She must have known a better secret passageway to get us. She got there safely. She ain't got dirt on her boots.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Of course, of course, of course. It's about to be a trap. That is clearly a wall. Nothing's back there. Remember, this world is beautiful.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning.
Man, I'm pretty sure I can survive
Please.
that.
Call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so?
I think I can
Lord
fly.
Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
Damn. This nigga did have alias. Nigga was hiding under a damn cloak half the game. I don't know why I needed that. Okay, these new monsters.
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't played this game in so long. I can't tell you if these things are new or not. But what I can tell you is these niggas are dead.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
She's a bear if I was a slave man.
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
The lore Northern Wolf, so that sounds different. I just want to fight the enemies, to be honest. I bet they fight the same, just look different. Does the max level go up in this DLC?
We're almost at the summit.
Shula,
From there, you'll have a
shula.
better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Mysidia.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Right.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
What is this? Oh my gosh. It looks so cute, innocent. And it did that scary ass shit. I noticed that one charm makes Torgal like automatically do stuff. Yeah, cause I forget that you could tell him to do stuff.
Are those stones?
This is beautiful.
That's one of the cairns which maintain
They got
the
a
glamour.
shield on that thing.
Steer well clear.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
It's a box. Phoenix shift around. I never used Phoenix power. Okay, I know how y'all fight. Yeah.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay.
The hidden patches over here. What does this do? My lock. This is a chest. There's only one way to find out. I Cause maybe it's just the area later you can take the southwest. Yeah, cause a nigga can't swim. I always thought it was crazy. These niggas have all these powers, but can't swim. And sometimes they be like, oh, it's cause they got a lot of armor. But yeah, these niggas can fly and turn to demons and monsters and shit. Crazy. Open the gate.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
That sounds like an important title. But it's so beautiful. And the place they thought barren.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here, in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell, and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours.
I mean, Joshua is a student
That building over there is
of
the Witten
knowledge.
Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
He's coming over here. Look, that one's got a black cape. Look, Nan, it's the outsiders. Ma'am, I want to play with the others. How long do you think this
Suddenly, there were curs everywhere.
Seems like one of the cairns was disturbed by an ibex.
The poor things are as pale as...
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us, and well, yes.
This man, Wallius, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Wallius is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Wallius was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the Surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Into the Surge. Oh shit.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as
I remember
family.
loving this game so much, I'll fall asleep on a cutscene.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Oh,
That's very
official.
kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Sid! You are Sid,
Oh
aren't you?
shit.
The man
She
the
got
tributary
news.
told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
People got some weird skin
what
reflections. Must be
exactly?
the bubble.
Oh, nothing too
That
troublesome.
glamour
You know
spell.
my husband, Pavat. He's the village
It's a
smith,
theory.
among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making. So I wondered if you might collect some for me and
Do I
give
get to
them
dye
him.
my clothes? It'd be cool if I could dye my clothes.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them. Yourself, though, just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is. Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool Pavart may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have one, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavart.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
Who? Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the 2 of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So, if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
All right.
All right, then. And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern, too, was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
I will. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
Yes?
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you? If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that we'd fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit, is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still, especially once you heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! You should have seen her little eyes light up. Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Hear me, mine ancestors.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka? I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice little spot, that. And safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will.
What do you think the tributary sees in northern side?
How long? Mom, I want to play with the others.
This must be the path.
They're not here either. It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
You must be Rooker.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Everything might be a stretch.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only ones she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as travelling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Ruka's back, my wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
It's a pity nothing but the foundations were left standing. A whole storehouse made of stone would make it a lot easier to keep our supplies in good nick. It's a pity nothing but the foundations were left standing. A whole storehouse made of stone would make it a lot easier.
Yes? A good tide to you.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape. You don't want to go down there. Trust me.
Do I even want to ask why?
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons. This way, Clive.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Leviathan.
Just 11, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends. Let's try. Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Look, Dad! The trees. Do you think the same one?
Bastard things.
thanks for bringing me to... Anyway, now we've got the in... When you've decided what you want, just let me know. Here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it. Here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it. Here you are. Then I bid you good tide.
What is it you want? Flawless. Till next time, then.
No sign of the child.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
No sign of the child.
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but...
But?
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fannet asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
No sign of the child. Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, eh?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.